Hi, my name is Deborah Henney. I'm a wife, author, mother, speaker. Today I want to release a prophetic word entitled Prevailing Wind, and I originally got this on March 30th of 2023. And I felt the Lord say, and I actually got this, I was at work and I saw a picture on a wall, and it was of a tree very much growing in one direction. And somebody explained to me that, oh, that I love that picture. That tree had a prevailing wind, and it made it, or there was a prevailing wind in that area where that tree grew, and it made it grow in that way. And when I heard the word prevailing wind, my spirit just quickened to that. So I went home later, prayed into it, and this is what I felt the Lord say. My prevailing wind is going to blow. Other winds may come, yes, even a tempest, yet my wind will prevail. The breath from my mouth will remove hindrances and blockages to my plan. One breath from my mouth will cause a cleansing, then a shaping. One breath from my mouth will prevail over the greatest tempest that may try to come against. My breath will squelch the squall and put it in its place. My prevailing wind comes forth from my mouth and goes forth with my word and my life. My prevailing wind will gather and sweep and move. The mark of my wind, its imprint, will be seen even in the tiniest of places, even the places that are unseen. My wind will go into the unseen and do a work of cleansing, moving, and shaping. Am I not the one who shapes? Am I not the one who is pure? Am I not the one who is able? Many have fretted and feared, for the twisting and entangling has been deep and has been great. But my wind will prevail. Am I not able to make my power known even in the midst of the twisting? This twisting has tried to lay hold of my truth and those who stand firm and boldly proclaim it. It has tried to choke out the truth, but my truth is carried by my breath, and I do not stop breathing. I do not stop living, for I am life, and I am truth. It has tried to smother, it has tried to control, it has tried to choke, but it will not succeed, for I am the source. Those rooted in me will see my victory, even in the face of what looks like defeat. Let the roots run deep. Let them hold fast to my rock, for this is key. Holding fast in the secret place. Even now I am hovering, I am covering, even now I am breathing. Do not let your head or even your eyes be turned aside for the squalling of the tempest, or by the squalling of the tempest. Receive the life in my breath. Receive the rest in my breath. Stand in it. Stand in the authority in it. Be in it. My sense with this is that on one hand, it's a very personal word, that God is speaking this to individual people, that even in those tiniest places in our hearts, maybe we aren't even aware of them, He's going to bring His wind, bring His breath, bring His life, and cause a shaping and a cleansing and imprinting even in those tiniest areas in our lives. He's going to remove the hindrances, the blockages, the entanglements, the twisting, anything like that, any kind of deception or anything that doesn't align with Him. He'll go into those tiny little crevices and take care of it. Here he talks about holding fast to my rock. It's Jesus, for this is key, holding fast in the secret place. Again, not a very public thing, so something that's very private, something that we hold fast, we cling to the rock in the secret place, in the secret time, and then the evidence will be seen by others. Even now I'm hovering, I'm covering, I'm breathing. Don't let your head or even your eyes be turned aside. So don't be distracted. Don't get distracted. Just stay steadfast. Keep your eyes locked on Him. He talks about, and I think that's really key here, because he talks multiple times about there's things that are going to come against a great tempest, a storm, a huge storm will come against, but don't be distracted by that, because God's greater, God's bigger. I do feel as though this part of this word really goes into some secular regions. talking about a tempest that is coming against the Lord, against his ways, and that God is saying, don't worry about it. Just cling to me, hold steadfast to me, focus on me, and I will make my power known, even in the midst of the twisting. Even though it's like they're taking things that have a kernel of truth and then twisting it. Sometimes those deceptions are the hardest to discern between, and can really lodge themselves deeply in people's minds and in people's hearts and really derail them and distract them. So God's saying, focus on me, hold fast to me, even in the midst of the twisting. Don't get all worked up about the twisting and the entangling. Just focus on me. Know that I will prevail. I am able. I will shape. I will cleanse, and I will do it. So just keep focusing on me. Don't get too worried. Don't get distracted. Even though the tempest is great, it's like a big squall. He says a few times, calls it a squall. It's almost like a crying out against the things of God, is kind of the sense that I get there, and a raging against the things of God. But he says, you know what? I got it. And my wind will go forth. It'll work my word in my life. And he will gather, sweep, and move. And I'm looking at the words that he highlighted. He highlighted my wind will prevail, move, life, and truth. So I'm pretty excited to see what God is going to do in hearts, in lives. If this quicken to your word, pray and quicken to your heart. If this word quicken to your heart, let's put it that way. Pray into it. See what God is going to do, and breathe forth his life into you. And again, I'm on my face for my country, for my region, and, believing that God's wind is going to come through, sweep through, move, and cause a deep imprinting. And the mark of his wind will be seen in even the tiniest places. Till next time.